God's ain't ground, folks. Guys, I'm on the way to a no heat call. I believe we came out here Christmas Eve and we had to put in a pressure switch. And guys, this is a 20+ euro furnace. Our recommendation with this customer at that time was start saving up to replace that furnace, because right now, guys, I told her things are going to start breaking down, and at this point it's not going to be worth putting any more money into that furnace. And guys, sure enough, she called this morning and said that the heat stopped working. So guys, I got a feeling that this furnace is probably going to have to get replaced, but we're going to shoot back out there and we're just going to take a look and see what's going on. I'll see y'all when I get there. What's up, guys? Guys, I just spoke with this customer and she's currently still saving up for a new furnace and AC. And this is just one of those unexpected breakdowns. I just came from, and I'll show you guys once I get another igniter from the truck, but guys, it was on ignition lockout when I got there, and I tested power. I tested for 115 at the mullets plug, and sure enough, I had 115, and this thing wasn't glowing. So I know my circuit board is okay, but power to this igniter, but not glowing, it just means I got a bad igniter. Now, which igniter I'm gonna choose is a good question. I think I'm gonna go with a hot rod, which is the bigger one. The Glo Fly will be a little too small, I think, to reach the burners. I'm just gonna go with the bigger igniter, and I'm gonna get this customer up and going. But yeah, guys, a situation like this, the only thing you can do is just educate customers on expected lifespans on furnaces and AC units. At this point, I think I came out here, Christmas Eve. They already knew that this unit was on the decline, but like I said, guys, the best thing we can do is just give the customers options, and ultimately it's up to them on what they want to do. But the good thing is, like I said, this customer has a brand that we can still supply parts for, so luckily this is not one of these 50 euro furnaces where they stop making universal parts for. So all right, guys, my next call after this, I gotta go put in a pressure switch. This is a call one of my guys went to yesterday. I gotta go back there. But yeah, guys, and once again, to each his own. If you guys want to install OEM parts, you can, but the only disadvantage to OEM parts is if you guys are running no heat and no AC calls past a certain time and the supply houses aren't open and you don't have the specific part on your truck, then knowing what can work in a pinch can definitely get you guys by. And for us, we do OEM worst case, but in this case, guys, this hot rod can work. And as you see here, Glo Flys are like 3/4 of the size of a hot rod. Glo Flys can work in some train furnaces, don't get me wrong. Glo Flys do have their purpose, but in this case, guys, like I said, you definitely don't want to put an igniter in physically too small, or otherwise the heat from the igniter is not going to catch the flames. So, but guys, what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab the hot rod igniter, and I got to get some sandpaper. What I'm going to do is I'm going to remove the burner assembly. I'm going to clean the burners as well, because guys, for some reason on these 90%ers, I know Train in specific, this one is a Linux, but I know on some 90%ers, the burner assembly, after a while, I don't know if this is the over time, maybe the oxidation from the fresh air intake, but something causes the burner assembly to corrode a lot, and eventually what that can cause is that can cause not all your burners to ignite. So you're going to have a situation in which if you have 4 burners, maybe only 2 or 3 of them will light. And sometimes that can work, but most times, if not all your burners light within a predetermined time, you're going to have, it's going to go off on a flame sensor fault. Best thing you can do, especially if you guys are out here doing heat maintenances, is you can pull the burner assembly. I mean, some brands are easier than others, but like I said, guys, for what it's worth, you definitely don't want these recalls piling up when it gets real cold. Because guys, you'll be surprised, a lot of things don't really matter when it's real mild outside, but whenever it gets real cold, the small things that wouldn't overlook is always going to come back to screw you over and also screw the customer over, because now they got to call you 2-3 o'clock in the morning. But all right, guys, let me get what I need and let's go back inside. I'll see y'all when I get back. All right. Let me turn the light on here so you can see. So, just to compare, mono y mono. And this is the bracket that slides right underneath there. And what I did, just to cover my tail, I did check this inducer for proper inches of water column just to make sure that there wasn't any intermittent issues with the switch closing. And this inducer is definitely pulling negative 1.0 inches of water column. I'm not sure if you guys remember, last time we were here, that switch got replaced. So, all right, let me get this new one mounted. I'll be back. All right, guys. Just testing the igniter. And this customer has the filter inside. Right now, we're outside on the balcony. This customer has the filter inside, and she already got that replaced. And yeah, that's all there is to it. And guys, I'm definitely glad that this was a repair that we could definitely make, because this customer is definitely saving up to get the heat and AC replaced in the spring. But like I said, guys, I always get customers that proverbial mountain. Once the furnace or AC gets to the top of the mountain, you can only expect breakdowns and inconvenience to happen. No furnace gets better with age, guys. That's just how it works. These are machines. Machines have moving parts with electricity flowing through them, and with wear and tear, you're going to have a higher likelihood of breakdowns happening. So this customer did the right thing, and she got maintenance done from the get-go. But at this point, guys, 20 years. It's 20 years. So hopefully this is the last service call we'll have on this furnace until we can get this swapped out in the summer. And yeah, guys, that's all there is to it. No heat, bad igniter. We already got the pressure switch replaced from last time, and everything's rocking and rolling. All right, guys, let me do the paperwork so I can get up out of here. I'll see you on the next one. Bye.